Hello and welcome to Stock Value Tips. This content is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Let's dive in. Domino's Pizza Group plc is the master franchise holder for the Domino's Pizza brand in the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland. It holds exclusive rights to operate and franchise Domino's stores in these markets, making it the leader in pizza delivery and carry-out in that region. As a master franchisee, the company supports its network of stores by providing dough and ingredient supply, franchise training, IT systems, marketing, and national advertising. Its business model is focused on profitable franchise growth and digital ordering, which forms a significant part of customer sales. Although it shares the Domino's brand with the American Domino's Pizza Incorporated, they are separate public companies. Domino's Pizza Group plc is listed on the London Stock Exchange and operates in the UK and Ireland, while Domino's Pizza Incorporated, the U.S. brand owner, is listed in the United States. Despite its strong brand and market position, Domino's Pizza Group faces several important risks investors should consider. First, leverage has increased significantly. The company's debt-to-EBITDA ratio is close to the highest levels seen in its history, limiting financial flexibility and increasing sensitivity to higher interest rates. Second, net profit margins have been declining over the past 3 years. Rising input costs, higher wages, and increased delivery expenses have put pressure on profitability, even as revenues remain relatively stable. Return on invested capital, or ROIC, is also at lower levels compared to the company's historical performance. This suggests that new investments and store expansion are currently generating lower returns than in the past. In addition, inflationary pressures continue to affect food ingredients, energy, and labor costs, while consumer demand remains sensitive to price increases. This makes it more difficult to fully pass higher costs on to customers. Finally, like-for-like sales growth has slowed, reflecting a more competitive market and weaker consumer spending in a higher interest rate environment. Together, these factors suggest that while the business remains resilient, near-term profitability and capital efficiency may remain under pressure. Looking ahead, Domino's Pizza Group also offers several attractive long-term opportunities. The company is the clear market leader in pizza delivery in the UK and Ireland, benefiting from strong brand recognition and a loyal customer base built over decades. Its business is highly digital, with a large share of orders placed online or through mobile apps. This supports efficiency, data-driven marketing, and repeat customer behavior. As cost pressures ease over time, the company has the potential to benefit from operational leverage, where incremental sales growth could translate into faster profit growth. There is also room for margin recovery over the economic cycle, particularly if input costs stabilize and pricing power improves. Finally, Domino's franchise-based model provides scalability with relatively limited capital requirements, supporting long-term cash generation once profitability normalizes. Over the last 10 years, Domino's Pizza Group has delivered a negative annualized total return of approximately -3.9%, even after including dividends and their reinvestment. This highlights a prolonged period of underperformance for shareholders. At the same time, the stock is now trading at a price-to-earnings ratio of about 8.7 and an EV to EBITDA multiple of 9.5, both well below historical averages. However, leverage remains elevated. Net debt to EBITDA stands at approximately 4.3, reflecting a higher debt burden and increased financial risk compared to the company's past. Return on invested capital over the last 12 months is around 16%. Which is meaningfully lower than historical levels for the business. One notable positive is valuation based on cash generation. The stock trades at a price-to-free cash flow ratio of about 7.3, the lowest level in the company's history. For context, this multiple was closer to 28 roughly 10 years ago. Finally, the stock has a beta of 1.12, indicating slightly higher volatility than the broader market. Overall, these metrics suggest a business that has significantly derated over time, with low valuation reflecting both elevated risk and potential upside if fundamentals improve. Domino's Pizza Group currently offers a dividend yield of approximately 6.46%. The company has increased its dividend every year, reflecting a commitment to returning value to shareholders. Ex-COVID year 2020. In addition, Domino's has conducted strong share buybacks over the past 10 years, reducing the number of outstanding shares and enhancing per-share metrics. This combination of dividends and buybacks demonstrates disciplined capital management and a shareholder-friendly approach. To conclude, Domino's Pizza Group presents a mixed investment case. The company operates a strong and well-established brand with a leading position in the UK and Ireland, supported by a highly digital and scalable franchise model. However, recent execution has been weaker. High leverage, declining margins, and lower returns on invested capital have weighed heavily on long-term shareholder returns. Today's low valuation reflects these risks. Metrics such as a low price-to-earnings ratio and historically low price-to-free cash flow suggest the market remains cautious about a full recovery. If margins stabilize, costs normalize, and debt levels gradually decline, the stock could offer meaningful upside from current levels. However, this is not a low-risk investment. Domino's Pizza Group is better suited for investors who believe in a long-term turnaround and are comfortable with higher volatility and execution risk. Thank you for watching this analysis of Domino's Pizza Group plc. I'd be very interested to hear your opinion. Do you see this stock as a value trap or as a long-term turnaround opportunity? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more stock analysis and investing insights. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.